Well, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to our July 17th Des Moines City Council meeting. Let's call our meeting to order, and I'll ask the clerk to please take roll.
County.
Here.
Boson.
Here.
Voss.
Here.
Westergaard. Here. Mandelbaum.
Here.
Gatto.
Here.
We have a quorum.
We have a quick item I, which is naming of Closes Creek Watershed Improvement Program detention basin located at 41st Street and College Avenue, the Gloria and Lyle Hoffman Basin. Councilmember Bozen and I had a talk about this, and we think it's very appropriate. And I'd like to move that and ask council any other discussion.
I would like to second it, but I just want to commend Gloria for perseverance. I know Gloria is going to have a big birthday coming up, so I won't say how old she is, but she hasn't given up on her neighborhood and making the city a better place to live for many of the residents. And she and Jenny, I call them, they were our flood queens of 2018, who brought about a stormwater committee and pushed us to get some action done in their neighborhood. So I think it's very fitting that we name it after Gloria and Lyle, her husband, who started it. How many years ago? Was it 20-some years ago? He was on the original committee. He didn't get the job done, but Gloria did. So she finished it up for him. So thank you, Gloria.
Well, Gloria, thank you not only for your hard work, but your historical perspective that has been so helpful and letting everybody know how long we've been working on this. So thank you again for everything, and I know you won't quit. Okay, we have a motion and a second. I'll ask everybody to vote, please.
6 yes.
Congratulations, Gloria. Item 2 is approving the agenda as presented and or as amended. And quickly, let me see. I don't see any amendments other than item 5 was added. There's a letter on the regular agenda, 61 to 74. Item 71 was added, a recommendation.
Move approval.
I'll second.
Been moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
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 Any opposition? Hearing none, item passes. Item 3 is approving the consent agenda. Tonight, those are items 3 through 60. Any comments or a motion?
I'll move it
I'll second.
with the, I know that item 5, the attorney just wanted to be on record that he'd like it continued, Mayor. So I'm not willing to continue it. I don't know if the ward councilman wants to continue it, but I said no.
Mayor,
All right.
just to clarify for the record, if item 5 was going to be continued or any other action was going to be taken, council would need to pull that from consent. So I think the appropriate question would be the chair to ask whether or not anyone wants to pull it from consent to consider a continuation.
Does anybody want to pull it?
No.
All right.
Then I will move item 3.
And it's been seconded by Councilmember Bo.
Right.
Ask everybody to vote.
6 yes.
All right. That takes us to item 61. Just to let everybody know, again, we're going to start the hearing items. You know, for the hearing items this evening, we have several vacation and conveyance hearings, one zoning hearing, and a license agreement hearing, a voluntary annexation hearing, and a SMID hearing, and a public improvement hearing. As a reminder, the zoning item only, which is item 66, we will hear from the parties in interest first and then the general public. The parties in interest are the person that's asked for the zoning or a individual that has received a notice that's within 250 feet, and they will come first. And after that, then we'll ask for general public comment on that singular item, and only then would the general public step to the microphone. If somebody steps before that time, they'll be considered out of order and will not be allowed to speak. I think that pretty much covers it, don't you think, Mr. Attorney? Let's get started. Item 61 is on a vacation of parkland located east of Illinois Street, south of University Avenue, and north of Interstate 235, and conveyance to Polk County for shared use parking lot in the vicinity of the Lordson Skate Park. A is the first consideration of the ordinance above. B is the final consideration of the ordinance above. The waiver is requested by the Parks and Recreation Department and requires 6 votes. Again, we'll open it up and see if there's any general public comments. If anyone would like to comment on this. Step forward.
Mr. Mayor, members of the City Council, my name is Carol Maher. I live in Ward 3. 186 spaces at Uptown Plaza, where 10 retailers, including Hy-Vee, are located. 74 with 12 retailers for the Ace Hardware and grounds for celebration at the Beaverdale Plaza. Now, 160 spaces for the Lawrence Skate Park, which is downtown adjacent, where there's thousands of parking spaces, thousands that are hurting us from a budget point of view every year. This is the definition of overparking and truly paving paradise to put in a parking lot. And the skateboarders have figured it out for 2 years on how to get there, right? They've figured it out. And it's downtown adjacent. And they can't even go outside anymore because Canada, a place where it snows 9 months of the year, is burning. You can't even breathe here. All these little decisions make a difference. Say no. Thanks.
Any other speaker? Hearing none, can we have a motion? Or discussion?
I'll move 61A and B.
Second.
51A and B have been moved.
Six yes.
Item 62 is on a vacation of a segment of 7th Street right-of-way adjoining 201 7th Street and approval of a lease agreement with the Street Collective for the placement of a B-cycle program bicycle kiosk in the vacated city right-of-way. A is the first consideration of the ordinance above. Again, we'll open it up and see if anybody has any germane comments regarding this vacation at 201 7th Street. Seeing none, could we have a motion?
Seeing none, Mr. Mayor, I'll move item 62, 62A, and pursuant to Rule 42A, move to waive the second and third reading.
Second.
Ask everybody to vote. Been moved and seconded.
6 yes.
Item 63 is on the conveyance of 1012 Southeast 10th Street to the Neighborhood Finance Corporation, NFC, for redevelopment of housing. Council Communication number 23-332. Again, let's open it up, see if there's any germane comments regarding this conveyance to the Neighborhood Finance.
Hello, Stephanie Murphy with Neighborhood Finance Corporation. I just wanted to say thank you. We're really excited about getting this property and building a single-family home on it, and we really appreciate the partnership with the city as a way to get tax sale properties back into the circulation and have people living in the houses. So thank you. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them.
Anybody? Thank you.
Thanks.
Appreciate the work you do.
Yeah.
I'll move item 63.
I'll second.
Been moved and seconded. Ask everybody to vote.
6 yes.
Item 64 is on the conveyance of a vacated portion of Southwest 4th Street right-of-way located between Porter Avenue and Deal Avenue to Jess Johnson for $450. Again, we'll open it up for any comments regarding this conveyance.
Seeing none, Mr. Mayor, I'll move item 64.
I'll second.
Been moved and seconded. Again, ask everybody to vote.
6 yes.
Item 65 is on the conveyance of a portion of excess city property located east of and adjoining 1700 Scott Avenue to C&C Realty LLC for $25,640. Again, let's open it up for germane comments regarding this sale and conveyance.
I see none, Mr. Mayor, I'll move item 65.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded.
6 yes.
Item 66 is on a request from Timeless Restorations. Carl Wiederanders is an officer, and Hawkeye Land Company. Rick Stickle is an officer to rezone 4 parcels located in the vicinity of 2142 East Market Street from I-1 Industrial District to Limited I-2 Industrial District to allow for the use of the property for a staging area for concrete recycling and storage yard. A is a first consideration of the ordinance above. B is a final consideration of the ordinance above. The waiver is requested by the applicants and requires 6 votes. Again, let's ask first parties in interest. Is either the applicant or any of those available? And if there's others, we'd ask that you come over on the side at this time.
Yes, my name is Dan Wilson. I'm the owner of RW Excavating. On a side note, I was a contractor that did Gloria's basin. But anyway, this consideration, this is about the timeless, or the 2142 Market Street is property we intend to own. The other 2 are leases to this property. It's a recycling business to recycle concrete and aggregate storage, protected by all the site and the site considerations that are going to happen in the next steps of this process.
Yeah, you're already there. You're just adding on more parcels that you're going to do the...
Yeah, we're not
Site
already
plan.
there, but the process is to add on more parcels. The property that's already there is a porta potty business,
Okay.
and it will be vacating, and then we will purchase that property.
So it is on that MLK corridor. You, in our blue letter, it did say that you're going to
Yes.
keep the piles down.
It's on the MLK corridor. There's some trees there. There's
Okay.
lots of trees there. So with fence, moderate short trees, and the tall cottonwood trees, there will be no sight from MLK.
Okay.
All right.
Questions?
Stay available in case any come up.
Sure not.
Anyone else? Seeing no more
Seeing none, Your
parties in interest, let's see if the general public has any comment. Seeing none?
I'll move item 66, A and B, Your Honor.
Second.
66 A and B have been moved and seconded.
6 yes.
Item 67 is on the consideration of a license agreement with the Des Moines Art Center for installation, maintenance, and display of artwork on the mechanical building within the Evelyn K. Davis Park. Council Communication number 23-336. Again, let's open it up, see if there's any germane comments from the general public. Anyone? Seeing none?
Seeing none, Mr. Mayor, I'll move item 67.
Second.
Item 67 has been moved and seconded.
6 yes.
Item 68, it's on a petition and proposal to take action for expansion and continuation of the downtown Des Moines Self-Supported Municipal Improvement District, SMID, from July 1 of 2024 through June 30 of 2034. Council Communication number 23-346. Ask and open up any interested parties want to make any comments on this one.
Tara Kummel, live downtown Des Moines here. Just wanted to share that all of the items A through K are all about the bigger city. And I already know that I have a 1,600 square foot place that I live, and I pay $8,000 in taxes a year. I think that's a little ridiculous. However, what's being offered here is not currently being done appropriately. Again, I live at 11th and Mulberry. I am a thoroughfare for our homeless shelter, things that are supposed to be taking place, getting rid of graffiti, having appropriate policing of the area. Those things aren't being done now. I want this to continue, but I'm not on board with paying more for it. Let's get done what we've committed to do. Let's do that the right way right now. And when we get to a point where we are doing that, let's discuss adding other features, including, I'd be happy to pay for some more if I was getting what I was supposed to be getting now. Thank you.
Anyone else? All right. Council, any discussion? Any motion?
I would just say, Mr. Mayor, there is some graffiti that needs to be taken care of in that area, and we need to address that rather quickly. She's absolutely correct. There is some down there, and I'm not sure why. I don't know if it's not reported or what Operation Downtown's doing, but that needs to be cleaned up in that area for sure.
Anything else?
Yeah.
So
Right.
I'm happy to move this. I'll make one note. Residential properties are not subject to the increase with the Schmid. We'll continue working with our partners. We're appreciative of everything that Operation Downtown does, and we will happily continue working with them on how we can improve this service.
Part of what she should get a tax on.
Caveat seems to be excluding multi-residential 3+ assessed properties, which would be like condo, apartment style condos. So I am being taxed on this.
I don't believe so.
I own. I'm an owner.
Owner occupied, but I don't believe any residential
The
property.
last paragraph, or the middle, second
Mr.
paragraph.
Manager, I think we'll refer her to legal
Why
to
don't we
go
get-
Okay,
over
thank
this
you.
with her.
Straight
Yeah.
out.
Yeah. But I'm happy to move item 68. And like I said, I'm appreciative of the partnership that we have with Operation Downtown. I know it's not always easy work, but and that we've got a range of issues that we're working through. And I'm happy that they're at the table to continue partnering with us, and that this will help facilitate the ability to keep doing that work and to keep working with the city. So I'll move item 68.
Second.
Been moved and seconded.
6 yes.
Item 69 is on a voluntary annexation of property located north of and adjoining 4845 Merle Hay Road. Anyone want to speak to this voluntary annexation?
I see none, Mr. Mayor. I'll move item 69.
I'll second it.
Been moved and seconded.
6 yes.
Item 70 is on the Ingersoll Avenue pavement markings, Martin Luther King Jr. Parkway to 15th Street, a resolution approving the plan specifications, form of contract document, engineer's estimate, receive and file bids, and designating the lowest responsible bidder is Quality Striping, Inc. Jamie Jarek is the president, $187,798. Council Communication Number 23-343. A is the approval of the contract and the bond. And again, we'll open it up to general public for any comments germane to this item regarding the specifications, the plans, the engineer's estimate, and the low bidder designation.
Seeing none, Mr. Mayor, I'll move items 70 and 70A.
How long does this typically last, the paint, for almost $200,000? All right. A couple years? I would hope it would be more than 2 years. That seems like a lot.
Well, we got to get rid of the snow and the scrapers and everything, get it off.
Yeah, I know.
6 yes.
All right, that completes the formal hearings, and we'll note that it is 5:22. Takes us, going to move forward.
71.
Item 71 from the City Council's Personnel Subcommittee of County Bozeman and Voss to consider receipt and approval of the City Council Personnel Committee's annual review and compensation review for the council's direct reports, which are the city attorney, the city manager, and our city clerk.
I'd like to move item 71 and thank everyone. We had 6 of the members of the council participate in formal reviews, and our recommendation is stated, and so I would like to move approval of this item.
Yeah, I appreciate the 3 of you guys' hard work, getting it done and getting it. I also want to publicly thank the 3 of you. You guys do a great job. Laura, thanks for stepping in and taking care of business. You were kind of thrown in a tough position, so I appreciate what you've done.
You're welcome.
Well, and I want to thank all the rest of the council for your response, and because it's helpful that we get confirmation we're moving in the right direction.
I think that's one thing we as a council have made very important, clear, that every year we do a formal review of our 3 reports. So, and we had very favorable reviews, and we wanted to make sure that they're acknowledged for the work that they do.
And it's like actually almost on time.
It's on time.
Good work.
Go ahead,
The 3 of you. Oh, okay. I guess I will.
6 yes.
All right. Item 72 is amending Section 2-201 and 2-726 relating to the city manager's authority for executing agreements necessary and required to facilitate the construction of public improvements and to identify certain professional services to be administered by the engineering department and increasing the dollar value of contracts for such services that are administratively approved. Council Communication number 23-349. A is the final consideration of the ordinance above. The waivers requested by the engineering department requires 6 votes. Council, any conversation on this one?
I'll move 72 and 72A.
Second.
And moved and seconded.
6 yes.
Item 73 is amending Chapter 114 of the Municipal Code regarding traffic regulation changes as follows. Council Communication number 23-327. A is parking modifications, East 2nd Street from East Court Avenue to Vine Street, and B, parking modifications, 2nd Avenue between Locust Street and Grand Avenue. Council, any thoughts?
I'll move items 73, 73A, 73B, and pursuant to Rule 42A, waive the 2nd and 3rd reading.
Been moved and seconded.
6 yes.
73I is amending Section 118 to -149 relating to the volume charge for sanitary sewer services. A is the final consideration of the ordinance above. The waivers requested by Nicholas Shaw, our finance director, and requires 6 votes.
Move 73I, 73IA.
Second.
Moved and seconded.
6 yes.
73II, amending Section 118-275D relating to the ERU rate for storm water sewer services. A is the final consideration of the ordinance above. The waiver is requested by Nicholas Shaw, our finance director, and requires, again, 6 votes. Any thoughts, council?
I'll move 73II and 73II.
Second.
Been moved and seconded.
6 yes.
We're going to open up now our request to speak from our general public this evening. We have, I believe, 10 requests. For those persons wishing to speak this evening, under the public speaking items in the agenda, we will only be calling on those who have registered to speak. All speakers must comply with the rules regarding their names and addresses, or they will not be recognized to speak. Each of the 10 speakers this evening will receive up 2 minutes each to make their comments. And so please, we'll ask you to keep your own time, because at the end of the 2 minutes, the clerk will announce time, and the speaker's mic will be turned off, and we'll move immediately to the next speaker. We want to hear from all of our residents, and we encourage our residents to be respectful of one another, and even if the viewpoints are somewhat different from your own. We'll start right in, and our first speaker this evening is Marcus Conan.
Mr. Mayor, members of council, Marcus Kanan, 2108 38th Street. My comments tonight are for Councilmember Shoemaker, who is absent. Councilmember Shoemaker, at the beginning of your term, you took a personal oath of office in these chambers that you swear to be the voice of the people in their interest and in their needs when the people are otherwise silenced and ignored. You swear to be accountable, transparent, and actively seek out and execute the will of the people. The board of the Beaverdale Neighborhood Association is concerned that your lack of participation in any city meeting for the last several months has impacted the residents of Beaverdale and Ward 1 by not furthering their interests and needs through the work that you were elected to do. Since March, you have not acted in accordance with the oath you took to be accountable and transparent, and you have effectively silenced and ignored all residents of Ward 1. We feel that the residents of Beaverdale and Ward 1 deserve a voice in this city council. Councilmember Shoemaker, please consider the oath you made to the people of Ward 1 and determine if you can still execute that oath. If not, please resign so the residents of Ward 1 can have a voice on this council.
Our next speaker is Adam Callanan.
Hello, my name is Adam Callanan. I live in Ward 3. I would like to talk about some of the ways that the city has recently failed to support residents and the public. I live on Court Avenue, and recently there was a Court Avenue study done kind of about the entertainment aspects of Court Avenue. In that report, I couldn't see anything that was about reaching out to residents or talking about residents, people that live around there. It's targeted a lot of different groups, but just completely ignored residents, which is in line with earlier parts of what's changed on Court Avenue. Much earlier, there were kind of fences put up and checkpoints where you had to show ID and have people check your bags just to walk down Court Avenue, down the sidewalk. It's just a bizarre process that residents have been left out of and keep being left out of. Recently also, there was a governance work session. This was not recorded or publicized, as most work sessions are. It turns out that I had to FOIA for information, but the city spent about $25,000 on a third-party person to come in to talk about governance. This seems like a pretty important thing for the public to be aware of, and there was no sort of recording of it. We're still not really sure what was discussed there fully. It's just a bizarre oversight, if it was an oversight, to choose not to publicize or put out information about things like this. And still to this day, there's a lack of hybrid access to meetings. There's no virtual participation option, as many other cities and counties around Iowa and across the country have done. We still are in the point where public comment has been whittled down to 2 minutes. It used to be much, much longer. And people routinely come in here and try to speak and are cut off thinking that they had 5 minutes. That's something the council could change, but refuses to. And also council routinely, when they're talking about residents, when they're talking about working with the public, work through private neighborhood associations. There's not a problem with working with them, but relying on them. They are private organizations and people are residents and not part of those organizations. And people shouldn't have to incorporate into private groups in order to be heard by the city. Thank you.
Next speaker is Marama Moritz. Let's move to Viola Perry.
Mayor, council members, Viola Perry, CCI Racial Justice Team, Ward 1. Third-party investigation and review. Spring 2022 CCI Racial Justice Team requested a third-party investigation of DMPD due to serious allegation of police misconduct. Later in the spring, Councilwoman Connie Bolson presented this to council, and you, council members, approved and voted on a third-party consultant, 21st Century Policing, in September of 2022. 21st Century Policing began steps reviewing policies and procedures. Most important for us, interviewing community stakeholders like me to give input. April 25th of this year, 21st Century Policing provided a national renewed call to action report. We agree with their recommendation. Two of those recommendations I'll highlight. Rebuild the culture of policing organization, like the Des Moines Police Department, and invest locally and organize community to address unjust systems that contribute to poverty and racism. 21st Century Policing refers to a transformation which begins when there is commitment from all in this work. You see, this leads to building trust and legitimacy. So it is our hope that once they provide their local findings, that you, City Council, would take every recommendation provided by 21st Century Policing seriously, and you will do the necessary work it would take to improve policing here in Des Moines.
Time.
As you see, CCI is not going anywhere, and we will monitor your progress. Thank you.
John Noble.
Hello, John Noble, 2515 45th Street. Like many residents of Des Moines and Iowa, I spent last Tuesday at the Iowa State Capitol watching them pass a draconian and dangerous ban on abortion. I had the distinct, I can't say pleasure, of running into three of my council members, Mandelbaum, Bozen, and Voss. And Councilmember Mandelbaum had some great flowery words about a 4-piece resolution he wanted to pass in support of reproductive rights. I don't know if it was 3 or if it was 4, but a lot of work he wanted to do. And then Councilmember Bozen and Councilmember Voss promptly told me that there was practically nothing that the city could do to protect reproductive rights. This isn't about me being ignored, though. This is about many people being ignored who have come here and asked the city to protect reproductive rights against the state's attack since Roe v. Wade fell, since we saw the Dobbs decision. So we need action from this council to protect reproductive rights. I know you've been hearing it from council members. Mayor County, I know you've been hearing it from the Democratic Mayors Association, and I know that there are things cities can do, because other cities in states where we've seen things like this, places like Austin, Chicago, and I believe it's Tucson, which were highlighted in the Democratic Mayors Association's statement, have taken actions, have passed resolutions, have done different things to protect reproductive rights. And the residents and the people of Des Moines need council to stop fooling around, stop pretending like there's nothing you can do, because we know there's things you can do, and we need you to take action. Thank you.
Jolene Prescott.
My name is Jolene Prescott, and I live at 3013 3rd Street, not far from Birdland Pool. Now, I love Birdland Pool. It looks like the pool that I grew up with in Hampton, Iowa. It's got a high board, which you don't see anymore in places. And I love Birdland Pool. It's got deep water. But the other morning, I noticed something. I took my grandchildren to swimming lessons, and they were having the parents sit in the concession stand area. Well, I'm not going to sit in the concession stand area because about 15 years ago, I had a basal cell carcinoma removed from my face, and I do not sit in the sun at all. And so I kind of refused to sit over there. I did sit where the awnings were. Okay? So then I went around to the other pools and I saw they all have awnings over their concession stand area. So that's not a problem. I'm hoping that Birdland does not become the next Highland Park Apartments. I think we need to spend time looking at Birdland and its historical significance and also taking care of things. Please, please, please put an awning over that concession stand area, or you can move the fence around where it's supposed to be to cover those awninged areas. I'm not going to sit in the sun next summer. So please do something about it. And I do have one more thing to say. Indira, it's time. Thank you.
Lorianne Young.
Good evening, Council. I'm Lori Young, Ward 1, CCI Racial Justice Team. In June of 2020, you all passed the anti-racial profiling ordinance for Des Moines, and the basis for that ordinance came from a 6-point community-generated ordinance led by Iowa CCI's Racial Justice Team and many other community stakeholders. We first presented it to you in 2018. One of the items that the community demanded at that time was to establish a community review board, or CRB for short. Unfortunately, that request was not included in the final ordinance when the ink dried. Here we are nearly 5 years later. 21st Policing Solutions recently released a report called A Renewed Call to Action, and their report does recommend that police departments, and I quote, should implement programs such as a civilian oversight that build respect, transparency, and accountability in collaboration with the community, develop metrics to measure and monitor how effectively police perform in each domain. According to the city manager, there will be a CRB for Des Moines by the end of this year or early next, and we ask that you continue to keep this as a priority. But what type of CRB will Des Moines have? Will it be weak or will it be effective? Will it be for show or will it have a positive impact? That is up to you, Council. In March, the Racial Justice Team provided you with our proposed draft ordinance for a CRB. Please consider the thoughtful work that we did to provide you with wording that will result in an effective and fair CRB and process. As we have done for the past 5 years, we will continue to monitor you until the completion of this critical task and beyond. To create greater trust between police and community and improve public safety for all, a CRB is absolute necessity. So let's get this done. Thank you.
Laurel Clinton.
I don't know if I can put this up, so I'll just pass it to you.
Yeah, we will, and then we'll give it to the clerk.
We'll note it. Okay, thank you. I'm Laurel Clinton of
All
Des
in favor,
Moines.
say aye.
Oh, sorry. We good? Okay. I'm Laurel Clinton of Des Moines. I am a CCI Racial Justice member, and I'm here to ask you, the City Council, to revisit the recommendation of the Public Works on the marijuana and Public Works recommendations for the lowering the priority of marijuana from the Des Moines Police Department. Now, I watched the city lower the priority on homelessness, which I think is a great thing. I watched you partner to create what I call a sober up lounge, to decriminalize public intox. I have yet to see anybody pulled over for the smell of marijuana given Narcan or a sobriety test. So my question to you is, what will happen to black or brown men who are pulled over with small quantities of marijuana? Will they still be the people that go to jail and the other people get a pass because they're publicly intoxicated. So that's a question I'm going to pose to the council. I also want to pose the fact that we have a farming bill as of 2018 that legalized hemp for our farmers. There's also a store that sells hemp at 0.03%, which is also a good thing. I want marijuana decriminalized simply because the Department of Investigation, Bureau of Investigation says that police nor their canines can determine the difference between hemp and marijuana simply by smell. So the days of chasing down black and brown men out of my community simply because you think they smell like marijuana, it could possibly be hemp.
Time.
So thank you.
Bridget Botkin. Bridget? All right, move on. Harvey Harrison.
That work? Thanks, Connie. Mr. Mayor, members of the council, my name is Harvey Harrison. I live at 680 Harwood Drive in Des Moines. On October 19th of last year, the chief of police finally signed an order doing one important thing that the community has been demanding since 2016. He signed the order, which is sitting over here in your viewer, that improves the collection of data on traffic stops by requiring the issuance of a written warning on all traffic stops, even when a citation for a traffic violation is not issued. Our gratitude and enthusiasm for this progressive special order is tempered at best. For the past 7 years, the community, led by Iowa CCI, has been demanding this action by our police department. Chief Wingert was clearly so proud of this action and his special order that he didn't publicly announce it, and it was nowhere to be found on the police department website until intense and ongoing pressure was applied by Iowa CCI, and the Des Moines Register ran an article on July 10th. And in that article, Sergeant Parizek had the unmitigated gall to wrongly imply that the police department did this on its own initiative, totally ignoring all of the ways in which the department has attempted to block every initiative of this kind for the past 7 years. In this election year, I suggest that whether you're running for office or not, it is way past time that you make ongoing reform of the police department one of the centerpieces of your election campaign and your political careers.
Mayor, I'll move to receive and file 74A through J.
Moved and seconded. Ask everybody to vote.
6 yes.
Yep, want to thank all of our citizens for attending this evening, and we have a motion to adjourn. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposition? None. Ladies and gentlemen, this meeting is adjourned.